Last week, we built this 1911 Excelsior Auto Cycle board track racer inspired motorized bicycle. This week, we're going to put some finishing touches on it and take it for a spin. I'm starting off by drawing up some graphics for the tank in the best graphics art software in the world, Microsoft PhotoDraw 2000 version 2. 21 years later, and it still gets the job done. After I'm done drawing, I import the raster files into my vinyl cutting software, convert them to vectors, and start cutting. This gold leaf vinyl really pops, but man is it ever hard to work with. You gotta be really careful weeding everything out so you don't tear what you actually want to keep. Weeding out these small letters is a real trick as well, but with a little time and patience, the finished product is definitely worth the effort. Once I have the gold leaf layer and the black lettering layers weeded out, I slap them together and continue on to the painful process of putting the rest of the layers together. Now we're getting somewhere. The only hurdle we have left is the small lettering, but once that's done, we'll be in business. There we go. That's nice work. I can't wait to see what this sucker looks like on that red tank. I drilled a hole in the top of this LED headlight, and I'm mounting in a 3-position switch to control the lights. Forward position will be high beam, back position will be low beam, and the middle position kills the whole lighting system. That is, if I wire everything correctly. I know I got it drawn out in my head how the schematic should work. We'll see how it works in the real world. I'm hiding all of the electrical wiring inside of the tank facade just to keep things really nice and tidy. Since the LED headlight and taillights don't draw much power at all, I'm using a Milwaukee 12-volt drill battery to power the entire bike. Just by my simple calculations I've done, I should be able to get through the whole summer with only 1 or 2 recharges. Now that I have the taillight harness put together, I put all the wiring inside of a corrugated wiring harness to keep everything protected. I also mounted a Bluetooth speaker below the battery so I can bump some Jerry Lee Lewis while I'm riding downtown with the street bikes and the hogs. I hid 2 little LED lights below the seat for running and brake lights. I know they don't look like much on camera, but these little things can be seen from blocks away at night. The only thing I have left to do on the lights is to mount this little momentary switch to the brake lever, and I'll be ready to roll. Hey, if you like what you're seeing here, please subscribe to the channel and be sure to click the notification bell so you'll know when I post new videos. Or follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or my website, BigfootBikesandBrews.com for some exclusive sneak peeks of what I'm working on for future videos. I'm busy restoring a bunch of vintage bikes as well as working on some sweet custom builds that I want to share with you. I'm going to try to get a new video out the door early in the morning every week, so be sure to click that notification bell and have your phone ready in the morning so you'll have something to do while you poop. The back fender was looking a little bland sitting next to that red hot tank, so I decided to go old school and pinstripe the rear fender instead of using the computer this time. Some of you motorized bicycle builders out there might have noticed the fake crankcase on the bike. That was actually built out of a couple of aluminum cake pans. And the pan sitting here was actually an early iteration I was working on with some cool engine turned vinyl. And I ended up not using it because it looked a little loud for my tastes. My love seat actually made a pretty good workbench. And besides, you don't need a love seat when you got no time for love, Dr. Jones. Now you can finally see how my monstrosity of a metal gas tank fits inside of the pretty fiberglass shell. Hey look, a real Presta fire extinguisher off a 1920 or 30s motorcycle. That's a nice touch. Alright, now that I have the ignition and the coil hidden away under the cake pans, let's see how it looks and take it for a ride. And now that I think about it, I might as well have my buddy grab his 17 Harley that he built so we can go downtown and really confuse the heck out of some people. Thanks for stopping by, everyone. Next week, we're going to take these monstrosities on a ride on the cobblestone streets of historic Deadwood, South Dakota, and see if they're going to hold together. So be sure to subscribe if you want to see the sights and go along for the ride. And if things hold together downtown and we get a little gutsy, we might even take you through some twisties in the Black Hills of South Dakota. See you next week. Alright, I hope you liked this episode of Bigfoot Bikes and Brews. Click on one of the videos here if you want to see some more. And please click on the Bigfoot button to subscribe to the channel and join in on the fun. See you next week.